Hello, LPP Media here, bringing you my new raiding show. And what you are witnessing right now is my very first raid on this server. Now, it isn't much, but considering I have just joined, it is a great opportunity to get hold of some of the basic materials. And as you can see, I've already accumulated quite a lot of random things, but still very good for me to go and build my own base. Now for another raid, very close after the one you just saw, walking along, find this in the middle of nowhere, and I've got a couple stacks of coal. Now, like I said before, that is not much at all, but I have literally done no mining, and this fuel that I have just found is enough to keep me going for a while. And now for a bit more of an interesting one. I was mining along and I saw this cobblestone, a clear indication of a base. Knocking that away I could clearly see in, but what I did not expect is that I could just mine away and get in as easily as that. And look, there is loads of loot in here. It's not great loot, but for someone who's just started, it is excellent. I even get my hands on a whole set of diamond armor, iron armor, golden armor, and all the weapons to go with that. So quite a good raid for quite a new player. Now, whilst raiding this next base, I came across an unclaimed skeleton spawner. Now, I did not put those torches there, the person who had the base nearby did. Now, on this server, only mods or donators can mine spawners, so I had to get the help from 18 here, who is a mod. So huge thanks to 18 because they did not need to do that, and they obviously did that as a kind gesture, so huge thanks to them. Walking along and I see this rather interesting find, two players building their new base. Now, at the time I had no idea that these two players were part of a really well established faction. They do find me, they do chase me, they do slaughter me. I get killed multiple times as I keep coming back to try and get my revenge and get some of my loot back, but they just own me every time. Now, later in the series, I do find their base again and I will get my revenge. And now for one of the more interesting raids of this episode, Sovereign. I found their land and I dug straight down in an attempt to find something, and I did. I had to do a beginning cannon here to blow that up, and you can see I uncovered some of the cobble there. I followed that up with another very simple cannon, but still very satisfying, which blew a hole directly into their wall. I was able to then just waltz right in and take a look at their stuff, and they had some nice stuff. We've got some diamond swords there, we've got a lot of other random crap, food, bones, wood, but in the other chest we have a lot more interesting things. Diamond armor, gold, we've got some iron, a power 2 bow. This is all good stuff for me at the time. And in the other chest we actually have what I would call a god shovel. Yep, a looting free, efficiency 4 shovel. It is pretty good. It's on very low health, but even still, I'm happy with that. And there we have it, my first ever raid with a cannon, and here's a quick overview of all the stuff that I got. We've got a whole chest full of goodies, quite a lot of valuable stuff as well. We've got some iron and coal there, which you might not have seen before, but we've also got a whole range of random crap. We've got a lot of food there, even more coal, a lot of zombie flesh actually, which I can probably assure you I will never go on to eat. But even still, I'm happy with that, and it is definitely gave my faction a lot more items. And now time for the final raid of this episode, and that is the raiding of Horror. Now, this raid was extremely annoying because it involved me looking around an abandoned mineshaft for ages, something which I do not enjoy at all, because as you can see, it is very dark, winding passageways everywhere, it's easy to get lost. But I eventually came across a staircase here which led down to their front door, and I could see in there. But they had claimed the land, so I had to dig around the outside in an attempt to find a mine or something else, and I do eventually come across their back door, which is great. I am able to then think about how I can build a cannon to shoot a piece of TNT. It's actually a fairly difficult shot, but it works, and we shoot a hole straight into their base. Now, one thing which was a bit annoying was that they had terrible loot, and I mean terrible. However, one thing that we did find shortly after this was a rather nice story that the people in this faction had left, and we could go and read. It looks like there was quite a lot of controversy. But that is it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please check out the channel for more raiding videos and raiding tips. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.